Hello and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Mondays in Exandria, an adventure in Iman. We have a bit of the sillies. It's a Monday. We're all a little stir crazy, perhaps. A lot of us are in self-imposed quarantine or social distancing, so we're playing some Dungeons and Dragons and getting it all out virtually, digitally. Let's go around and let's say who we are and who we'll be playing. I'll start with myself. I will be playing Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer IV of the Havisham Hossenpfeffers. Wealth, for short, or Wendell, my lord. You know, many things I will answer to. He's a nobleman, he's a warlock, and he's in charge of the Prism of Power, who might be getting a new recruit. Oh, let's see. We also have his manservant, Igor, played by Shiny Pilot. How are you doing?
Doing good. Yeah, Shiny Pilot's ready to get it all out tonight. Let's have some fun. I'm going to be playing a half-orc butler, Hunchback. So excited to have some fun with him. And thank you, Don, for being with us. See if I can have some fun with you as well, with Igor. So yeah, let's do this. Let's have some fun.
Excellent. Let's have some fun indeed. Someone who has fun till their daddy takes the T-bird away is a D20 coup de grace. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. I'm playing Hobgoblin Wizard. His name is Harlan Flipcloak, and I'm hoping that everything works out tonight. People are on the clock.
We'll see what happens. Speaking of everything going well tonight, the world is just going in the favor of Mr. Nikolai Yates, played by our wonderful guest for this evening, 2 weeks in a row, Donathan Fry. How are you, Don? We're so happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be back. I had a blast last week. I always have fun playing with everybody here. Yeah, it's been a week. It's been a very strange and bizarre week, and this is a great. Last week was, and this is a great week to start with another strange and bizarre game of D&D. Nikolai has some issues, maybe, but he's still kind enough to try to help Wendell with their eating problem.
It's not a
It is totally a problem, just saying.
I think Wendell was very convincing last week. So Nikolai hasn't decided where he falls on the eating problem yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out this week.
It's only 6 times the required amount daily needed to function and stay alive. It's not bad.
See, if Igor could count.
It's only like I'm eating for the entire group daily. But segue. Hi, Becky. How are you?
Hi. It's okay. I'll take that over other ones I've gotten in the past. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. Tonight I'm playing Howl the Shifter Fighter, who is currently having a very awkward not even a conversation, just lack of conversation, with a half-orc who has 12 adopted children. So, that should be interesting.
Yeah, the two of you have really cornered the orphans market on Iman.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Don't worry, I'm branching out to the crazy wizard artificer market, and that's fine by me. Speaking of crazy artificer, we've got producer Trav with us. How are you?
How dare you? I'm good. I'm here. I'm present. How long have we been playing this game? I just now realized wealth. Wendell Eustace Abernathy Eustace. How long have we been playing this?
A while.
Too long enough for me to have noticed that. Okay. Anyway, hi, how you doing? I'm producer Trav. I'm very glad to be here. It's Monday. It's Monday, and I watched a 4.5-hour documentary on what Twin Peaks is really about yesterday, and I'm ready to rock on Lamont today. He's a crazy artificer, and he's awful to the waitstaff, and he should be treated as a hostile witness at all times. So I'm ready to go.
Excellent. Speaking of ready to go, we've got our dungeon master who's been doing all sorts of prep today and hasn't been colluding with me at all on other things. Deception check. Perfectly apt name. How are you?
Hi. I rolled a natural 30 on that check, so yeah, no one knows what's going on. Yeah, so I'm at Deception Check. I run this little silly game, as they've all said. We have a lot of fun, and we have a guest, so we get to have even a little bit more fun, hopefully. Last week was interesting. Everyone was everywhere other than where everyone else was. Yeah, pretty much that's the best description because it's as chaotic as what last week was. But eventually, everyone except for our awkward Howl made it into the Grayskull Shadow Inn. And there we have a bit of conflicting priorities, maybe, going on. Lamont is just wanting a really good steak with his milk and a headache powder and service that could actually make him not have to kill them. Wendell is trying to have a lovely dinner date for the first time.
And we're not going to talk about how long.
And and Harlan is assisting with that with the lovely Letitia. Ink brush from Scott and Dimble, as she thinks, but really she works at the vault. Igor is in a bathroom again with another man, Mr. Nikolai Yates. This is twice in this campaign already now. Igor is quite the bathroom bandit. So we'll have to see what happens there. But before we start, Mondays in Exandria and Adventure to Demon is based on a few different modules. Wizard of the Coast, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and the what do you say? It's the supplement. That's the word I was looking for. Dragon Heist Forgotten Tales by Doyle Heck and Intricasso. And it is just great. It's been adjusted into Matt Mercer's world of Tal'Dorei, and it's been a lot of fun to explore the city of Amon. So we will start with our awkward friend tonight.
Hello.
Hi, Howl.
Hi.
You're sitting with a talking cat in your lap, Silas, in front of a roaring fire.
Mm-hmm.
The stew pot has been placed over the cook fire now. Stark Turnskull, the half-orc, is sitting across from you. He's got a child on his lap who is starting to fall asleep because he's smaller. And the other 11 are doing what children do best. Make noise, cause trouble, and generally get on your nerves, I think, Hal.
Okay, yeah, fair.
So, what's going on?
So, there's this one kid in his lap, right? How close are the other ones?
All over there. It's a smaller apartment, basically kind of like just 2 rooms. You haven't really seen the second room, but this is kind of like a large, just family room. It's wide open. There's a couple tables, lots of small chairs, a food prep area, and then the cooking fire / heat source in the room.
Okay. Have we eaten yet? I'm assuming we've already eaten, and they're just kind of doing their own thing.
Yes, you guys have all had a bit of the meal already. It's time has passed. The kids are winding down a bit. That's why you have the little small one in his lap falling asleep. So, yeah.
Okay. Shit. All right, I guess I'll do it now then. What would you say if I said that I might have a way to help out with your situation?
Oh, well, I'd say, what situation were you speaking of?
To make things a little less strained financially.
Oh, I mean, I don't make a lot, but I'm comfortable. I like my job. I love my kids.
Yeah, but I mean, getting them into good places for internships is going to be expensive.
It'd be fine. I always make do. Always have. I think I can. Yeah, I think I can. He's like looking down at the little girl in his lap, just smiling. He's like, I think I'll make do. I mean, I won't turn down a gift. I mean, what are you talking about?
I know someone who's putting together a job to acquire a sum of value.
The way you're putting that makes me think that the source of this value might not be as above board as some might wish it.
I mean, it's above board, as above board as it can be when you're dealing with the type of people I deal with.
I mean, I think I appreciate what you're saying, but he kind of looks around the room, kind of sighs. I've got 12 kids that count on me. I can't jeopardize that.
No, that's fair. I get it.
I mean, hypothetically speaking, what in the hell are you talking about?
Hypothetically speaking, my friend thinks that you might have some information that would be useful.
You want to rob the noble I work for?
No.
Oh. Well, I mean, unless you want to steal my secret sauce mixture for my cordon bleu, I don't know. I mean, it's just marinara. It's not a big deal.
I'm saying, I'm not the brains, obviously, but I know someone who is, and they think you might have some kind of information.
No, I'm just a cook. What could I tell you? If you're not, I mean, I love the people I work for. I wouldn't ever consider selling them out. So
That's fair. I get it.
I mean, is that why you said hello to me today? And is that why we're talking now?
Yeah, but to be
Oh.
honest, I wasn't going to
Okay.
approach you. And then I saw the kids and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. So, and honestly, I wasn't even going to bring it up. But I really like your cat.
Yeah, Sal, this is pretty great.
Yeah.
Well,
Look, all we need, all my friend wants is just to talk. It's totally up to you. You don't have to. But if you want to, no, no. Sorry. If you want to, you can. The Gray Skull Shadow Inn. That's where he's at. It's totally up to you. Promise you won't ever see me again.
yeah. That's probably for the best.
Probably. Just think about it. Like I said, I've already put 3 of mine through internships, and it was a lot. So
Yeah, but if something goes wrong, then there's no one to take care of my kids, and they're the most important thing to me.
no, I
So,
get that. I mean, I'm the same way about my kids. So
Look, I appreciate the help you gave me today, and it's been nice to talk. Someone who wasn't 8. But I think it might be time for you to go.
that's fair. I get that. I'm gonna give Silas the last scritch and then put him on the chair.
Just like what?
So
I
sorry.
didn't say you could leave.
Sorry, he said I had to leave. So
But he does. This is fine. Go. Just turns.
bye.
This way.
I'm gonna leave like on the counter or whatever. I'm gonna
Mhm.
leave while he's got his back turned or whatever. I'm gonna leave 10 gold. And then I'll head out. And I'll go
Okay.
back to the inn.
Okay. Are you gonna walk, or are you gonna grab a carriage?
I'll grab cat. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I've got silver. Oh, no, it'll probably take gold. It'll be fine. Yeah, I'll grab a cab.
Okay. Doesn't take too long. Still, sunset, but it's evening still. So a lot of business in this area. You're kind of near Yellow Spire. So there's a lot of traffic through this area of the central district. So it won't take you more than 30 minutes to get back.
Okay, sounds good.
So let's go check in with Mr. Lamont Quinlan, who is currently inspecting the area around his table that wasn't cleaned properly.
Sad, really. Yeah. Wasn't Nikolai in the room?
No, you were sitting there at the table as the night rush kind of flows in around you. The business gets a bit busier, and you see when you sat down and you were halfway through your steak, you saw that Nikolai and Igor were pushed upstairs very quickly by Wendell, who then came down a few minutes ago and went back into the private dining room. You also noticed that while they were upstairs, Harlan went into the private dining room, but you have not seen Nikolai nor Igor come back downstairs yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put a plate together, just pick everything up, kind of. And Harlan's I think Harlan's in the private dining room. You said.
Yep, Harlan. You just saw Harlan go into the private dining room, and Wendell followed not long after.
All right. Yeah. I tuck my cup under my arm. You're a guy carrying just a little too much than he should be carrying, and go shuffle off into the private dining room to go annoy Harlan.
All right. You open the door to go into the private dining room, and you see that Harlan and Wendell are both talking with a rather attractive young human female wearing a very formal kind of black short coat, long dress. Looks very nice, and they're just having small talk right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just about to take my leave. Thank you.
Thank
for the
you.
conversation.
Then I see Lamont, and I'm like the record scratch happens.
Look at that.
Oh,
Lamont.
Is this
Hello.
another one of the owners, Eustace?
Yes.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hello, sir. I'm Lutetia Inkbrush. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Lutetia?
Yes.
Lutetia. You gotta say it 3 times so you remember it.
Of course.
Ink brush. That's lovely.
Oh, thank you, sir. And you are?
I don't know. What? Oh, I'm Lamont. I'm Lamont Quinlan. I'm very pleased to meet you. And are you guys on a
Yes.
Is this a
Oh.
when Wendell met Letitia moment here? I'm interrupting?
I don't know, Eustace. Why do they keep calling you Wendell?
I tell you, it's someone who looks a lot. I get mistaken a lot for this.
Do you have a twin?
I do.
Oh,
Yes.
it's almost too much good looking to go around for me.
Yes. Lamont.
Please
Well,
join us. I'm not one to sit. If this is your private dining room, I would hate to have you out of your own room.
Oh, I'm sure I would love to, but you see, Lamont was going to show me a new addition to the place.
True.
Oh,
It's a dungeon. We finished the dungeon out. I was going to show it to him.
Yes, Lamont. Why don't you show me?
a dungeon? Why would an inn need a dungeon?
I'm just jerking your chain. There's no dungeon. Come on. You think we can afford a dungeon around here? It's steak night and it's depressing in there. Just don't do the steak and get something else. Get a salad or something because the steak is just make you cry.
Oh, you are full
But
of comedy, Lamont.
Harlan hears a little voice in his head that just goes, "Thank you."
Come
Have a
now.
lovely evening.
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful evening yourself, sir.
Oh man, living that dream every day. Every day's a gift. Which way are we going?
This way.
That way? I'm gonna set this stuff down. Like shuffle out. Comically.
Is that headache powder?
Reagan is walking over. He's got a small pouch. It looks like cheesecloth, kind of wrapped in something, tied off. Mr. Quinlan, I have your remedy.
Yeah.
He hands it out to you.
It's good if you got the stuff. I got the money if you got the stuff.
This is on the house, sir. It's
On the house. I love this
Yes,
place. Let's have a look. Open it up. Open it up.
It's supposed to be mixed in with your drink. You sit it in the drink and then the
What the hell is
herbs
that? You
and-
trying to poison me?
No, you asked for a headache remedy.
Supposed to open up the capillaries.
I'm not sure exactly what you're speaking of, but I understand that if we put this in whatever drink you're drinking, if you let it sit for a moment and steep, then you'll be able to have a respite from your headache.
A respite for my headache. And that's
Yes,
not
sir.
like a euphemism for anything. You found this where? You
This
know what?
is-
You know what? It's fine. I've got a qualified professional scientist standing right here. This large red gentleman. And so, if you are trying to poison me, he will know immediately, won't you?
In fact, I will. Yes.
I'm really not sure where this hostility is coming from, sir.
No,
But
it's
here's
not
your
hostility.
headache medicine, and I'm going to go do the rest of my duties. Thank you very much. And he turns
tell
and
you
walks
something.
off.
Let me tell you something.
He doesn't
You're
listen. He
suspect.
just walks away.
You're suspect. This guy.
Yes. Oh my.
Seriously though, is this stuff cool? Or because I do. I've got one of those headaches. One of those like.
Yes. Let me see it.
It's like a tension headache. Like
Mhm.
I want to.
I'll test it for you.
Like I know if I walk by the kitchen staff, I'm gonna lose it.
Mhm.
So like I have to be really careful where. Like I walk.
Let's attempt to avoid them then.
Listen, it's something I was gonna tell you. It's something I'm not proud of, but I'm somebody what likes to be open about their mistakes. I think it builds, not only does it build character, but it leads to greater success feeling earned in the future. You know what I mean?
That's very admirable of you.
So I followed this guy to a bar, right?
Mhm.
Tracked him down, got in the bar, chatted him up, hey, how you doing? What are you up to? Oh, good times. Guy works at the big vault, right? Big thing we're trying to, get an
Oh.
account with. You know what I'm saying? The thing.
Story has
In
a
the deal?
point. Oh, okay. I'm listening now.
Yes, it's got a point. Christ, would you step over here? I'm not gonna tell the story in the hallway. Come over here. Listen to me.
Yes.
Tried to shake this guy down. Okay.
Mhm.
Failed miserably. All right. So that's what I'm telling you. We got to get in this vault. Okay. But this is a tough nut to crack. Okay. You want to get on a boat? You want to get out of here? I'm down. I'm listening. Right. I got plans. I got stuff I want to do. Interesting. It involves you, right?
You have plans
Fucking-
that involve me.
The fucking portal master, Harlan. I got to get back on the horse. Okay. I'm rusty.
All
Things I
right.
want to do. Things I can't do broke. Picking up what I'm putting down.
You need money to start your portal
There you go.
enterprise.
Look at you. Look at you. That's that cunning intellect that I want to unleash on this whole vault project, right? I'm thinking some teleporting. Hello, I'm being joined by, I have a special guest.
I just teleported some people in.
See? That's how good you are. So that's what I'm saying. We're going to walk and talk. We got to noodle this thing out. You know? All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. So Harlan and Lamont continue to discuss portals and his plans. So let's go check in with Nikolai and Igor in the bathroom upstairs.
Did you just see that? He shoved us in here. It's not right, I tell you.
He didn't used to be so forward about this whole diet thing.
I think, is there a mirror in this bathroom?
Yes, it's one of those painted glass, lead painted glass mirrors.
And I think in the last couple of moments, as Igor's talking to Nikolai, is just this like hunched over old man. He kind of straightens his dusty tie a little bit and stares at himself in the mirror, and his eyes just kind of haze over, and he looks really confused. And he says, who locked us in here? Where are we?
My master. You don't remember when?
Oh, yes. Of course. Well, you don't think he's going to eat that man that was in that room with him?
He might eat the man. He could be hungry enough to do so.
If an eating problem gets too far out of control, who knows what he's capable of?
Do you mean he could start eating really weird things, including whole people?
Entire people. I've seen it before.
Igor is in shell shock. This expert just told him that Wendell could eat other things, including people.
And
Like,
he further adds, he's like, I'm a doctor, trust me.
Igor's like, cool, I do. Another look of, I've been in the shows of my master for. Like, all the thoughts are going through his head. Like, first he's eating large volumes of food. He's not gaining any weight, but he just keeps eating them. Next, he's going to be eating people. What if he's already been eating people? And Igor's like thinking to all the times that he's been there, and like when the monster's been eyeballing other people, and he's like putting really weird connections in his brain that have no sense, no logical reason. He just envisions Wendell sizing people up like a basted turkey and thinking about how they're going to eat them.
Nikolai, seeing the concern in Igor's face, he kind of like pats him gently on the shoulder. He says, there, young centaur. It's going to be okay. Let's find another way out of here. He looks for a window.
But I mean, I could probably just, he's gonna, if there's a window in there, he'll just help him up.
Wow.
There is a small half-sized window that's high over the seat. It's sort of more like a vent for gases and whatnot. It would be a very tight fit for anyone to climb through, but I mean, it's possible.
It's a door, and it's not.
I don't think you're gonna fit in that. Would you rather me bash the door down?
Is it your door? Will you have to pay for it?
It's partly my door, but I think I own part of it. I don't know if.
All right. And like he's wiggling around. That's probably better. I don't want to break a hip.
Igor will gently set you back down. He'll turn to the door, and he's going to shoulder check the door because he forgot that the door's shut. Yeah. It's just shut. He's going to shoulder check the door.
Not locked.
It's just.
Roll me an athletics. I want to see how hard you hit the door.
It's probably even cracked slightly.
Yeah.
Like it's probably not even shut all the way.
Nothing holding it at all.
Or right, I rolled a 16.
You rolled a 16. You explode through the door. It slams all the way open, hitting the wall, and then you go right into the wall across the hallway, and you put an indentation in the paneling on that side.
I knew it. Monster locked us in here because he's going to eat people. We need to stop him. What if that lady at the dinner table is next to me?
As you're talking, the door slowly closes in front of Nikolai. Just squeeze close.
Igor's going to rush over and grab it open.
Hello again.
You almost got locked in there again.
There's no time to waste. Let's make sure Wendell doesn't eat that woman. And
yes.
I feel like there was something important I'm forgetting. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Igor's trying to recall if there was anything important. I don't think there was. So you probably just like, you're right, we should go down. I know the servants stairs. We can sneak around behind and get her out of there quick. And Igor's going to grab Nikolai and take him down the servant stairs down to the kitchen area to try and get a back way towards that room. Or at
Okay,
least
so he leads you the opposite
way.
direction of the way you came up to the service entrance, which is a very thin pair of stairs that just barely fits. Igor has to almost go sideways down them because of how big he is compared to the space. But Nikolai can navigate it pretty easily. It's just a single flight. You come out right next to the kitchens.
We'll go around the side here, and we'll go through the kitchen, around the dining hall, and then we'll go in the other door. Won't see it coming.
All right. How do we help the woman once we're in there?
We'll just grab her and pull her away.
I'll provide a distraction.
I'll do the grabbing. and Igor will grab a tray, and he'll think he's being clever, and he'll affix a random assortment of things on it, like a fork, a napkin, salt and pepper, a piece of bread, maybe some dirty dishes, and I guess for disguise. You think he's like going to be a butler, and butler through the dining room. You're like, "Oh no, baby."
Kitchen staff just shakes their head because this isn't the first time you've done strange things in the kitchen before.
You don't have to fake that. That is your job.
Igor thinks she's being sneaky.
And I think Nikolai will like find an apron in the kitchen and put it on his waist, and then find maybe a hairnet bonnet and put it on his head.
Okay.
Follow.
Perfect.
Okay. So you guys head to the private dining room where you find Harlan and Lamont discussing something about portals in front of the door. So there's a bit of a meeting of the group there, right in front of the door to the private dining room.
Well, fancy seeing you two here. Is Wendell inside with the lady?
What the hell is that?
It's food and pepper and salt. Master was feeling very peckish indeed. He's probably going to put some seasonings on the lady. I mean, his food. He wants seasonings for his food.
He and his special lady, they took their dinner on up. They went on up. They went on through.
Did we upstairs?
Yeah, they went on up to the private. Well, I mean, I think it's violating. I don't feel like disclosing everything, but they took it to go. If you know what I mean.
They can't be together. Like he's gonna eat. He's turned cannibal.
Excuse me? You what?
I think he's gonna turn cannibal.
I think that they're going to have a very nice evening, and I think it's none of your goddamn business specifically what
he's
they're
gonna
up to.
kill Anita.
Well, and don't you think might be long enough? Don't you think he's kind of due for it? Really?
Igor's just really confused now. Like, are you a cannibal too?
I think that's a personal question, Igor. And I'm trying to visit with my large red friend here about matters of science and industry. And you seem to want to talk about Wendell's proclivities, and he's with his lady friend, special lady. It's a fucking lady friend. Excuse my language. Excuse me.
Igor doesn't know how to take this. Apparently, he's being told by Harlan that it's okay to eat people. He's like,
Come on, yeah.
He kind of turns to Nikolai. Is it?
If you're asking me about the ethics of cannibalism, widely throughout history, it's not been accepted but times do change, and what was once faux pas might one day become acceptable.
Well,
See?
Igor's looking for motivation, and the thought clicks on his head like a light bulb. If Wendell eats people, he'll stop eating food, right?
What are you even talking about?
So I was in the bathroom with Nikolai, and you see,
You guys were in the
Wendell's been
bathroom
eating-
together?
Yes, we were locked in by Wendell. He shoved us in the bathroom because he was getting ready to go have dinner. He was going to eat the lady. He's been eating a lot of food lately, and I had to go find an expert to unravel the mystery. I finally figured it out. I was thinking he's really clever.
Oh, Nikolai,
Did you catch all that?
Yeah.
I believe you two might be confused.
Yeah, that does happen to me very often. But my understanding is that Wendell has an eating disorder, and
It's true.
that
I've
a woman's life might be in danger. And I am a doctor of
he's a doctor.
magic and science, and so.
Tell him what you told
how-
me in the bathroom.
Wait.
I've noticed his caloric intake increase.
See, he's been eating a lot.
He's thirsty. I mean, he's hungry, like the wolf. He's got cat scratch fever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He's been scratched by a cat.
No, haven't we been speaking in euphemisms for like the last 10 minutes? Like, isn't that the whole deal? The guy's get to hang out with a special lady, and he's probably due for it.
What say you
He's
from
not
this?
literally going to eat her. He's not actually going to eat this woman.
Oh, well, that's good.
No, they're gonna, hang out.
He's not going to eat her.
Human mating rituals are so confusing.
No. It's
This
after
is a
that.
mating ritual?
Harlan says human mating rituals are confusing,
draw
and that's when Hal comes in through the door, and you see Nikolai, who you haven't seen in a while since the airship fell on him. You see
Everyone but
Lamont,
Wendell.
Harlan, and Igor all having a really in-depth
Very
conversation.
intense. Huddled.
Yes.
I guess I'll walk up.
And Igor just finished saying out loud, "It's a mating ritual."
Hey guys.
How?
I thought you were dead, Nikolai.
And he takes off the hairnet from the kitchen and starts to untie the kitchen apron. He says, no, just a large building fell on top of me.
Yeah, same. I was there too, remember?
No.
Fair. Yep.
But you do look familiar.
Good, I
I
guess.
feel like we met one time. Were you in a graveyard? He's like balling up
Yes.
the apron.
Yeah, I actually spend an unreasonable amount of time in graveyards.
You too.
Well, yeah, but you're like a necromancer, so.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he does like stuff on dead bodies.
Oh, it's not necromancy. That would be obscene.
You do stuff with dead bodies too? Are you courting somebody currently?
No.
No, he's married.
Are you asking him out?
Okay, where's
Do
Wendell?
you want the dining room?
Oh, Wendell's doing apparently a mating ritual, which is why he's been eating so much. He's trying to get energy for the process.
You know what I mean? Right?
I figured.
Okay,
it
but
out.
where is he
Yeah,
right
he is.
now?
Yeah, he is. He's yeah, Igor, where is he?
Igor's just grabbing a loaf of bread.
What, Harlan?
I believe he wants privacy. I think he's attempting to move the ritual forward.
Or do you think I should get him a power snack? He may need it. There may be a lot of exertion and energy.
There's plenty of food in
Hal, you ever try to move the ritual forward? You know what I mean? He points at Nikolai. This guy knows what I'm talking about. This guy knows what's up. The elderly have so much to teach us, you know?
I really need another woman on this team. Oh God, where the fuck is Wendell?
I've been told he's gone upstairs, but he best not mess with the ritual, else you might excite and make him angry.
This is awkward.
Yeah.
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 Why is that guy wearing a hairnet? Why was he wearing a hairnet?
He took it off. He's not wearing one anymore.
Yeah, but when he came out here, he had a hairnet on.
I don't know.
We were in disguise. I believe that I misunderstood what Wendell's problem was, which sort of appetite he had.
We were preparing to rescue the lady.
Okay. Yeah.
You were in disguise. I thought you were playing.
Rescue what lady?
Oh, Wendell's got a lady, and I thought he was going to eat her.
Well, I mean, if he's doing it right, he should.
You advocate cannibalism too?
Igor's just blown. Like 3 people are like, yes, cannibalism, go for it.
Eat the lady.
Anyway,
Let's pause there for a moment. I think we've touched on just about all we can for this particular conversation. Let's go check in with Wendell on the other side of the door, who has heard this entire conversation, but his date has not.
Thankfully, Wendell is used to having kind of 2 conversations go on at the same time, one in his head and one around him, so it's not throwing him. But he probably does just have a bit of a mustache twitch journey as just the things that are being said out there. But
So Eustace,
yes.
how did you get to come to know all the ownership of this particular establishment?
Well, you see, my twin brother, Wendell, is one of the co-owners. It's a bit of a co-op type of thing.
Oh, so your twin brother took advantage of a situation and owns the place now, but you were just in between jobs?
Oh no, I'm here for the wine business, the vineyards. Yes, I wasn't much into real estate, so.
Oh, that makes sense why everyone has mistaken you.
Yes, I don't visit town too terribly often, so. And he apparently took the day off or whatnot, so.
Oh, of course. Well, this has been a lovely meal. The food is excellent here.
Usually is. You do quite well here. Would you like some dessert, or is it, what time is it? Is there like a clock in here? I assume there is.
No, but there's a
window.
There's not an actual window.
Yeah.
Well, it's a window, but it's opaque.
Yeah.
You can see that there's no light outside, so it's
getting...
probably 8 or 9 o'clock now in the evening.
Well, if you have room for dessert, I could fetch us some of that. Otherwise, I could escort you back home.
Oh, I don't think I can have any dessert. But thank you very much for that. I believe it's probably time for me to head home. It's an early rise tomorrow to go to work.
Excellent. I'll let you... And he sees that there's a little bit left in the bottle. I'll let you finish that off. I'll go get a cab. Just wait right here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. She pours herself the rest of the bottle.
Yep. And just... and come out the door.
Bye-bye.
Back in a few. And... What on earth are you people doing gathered around the door like this?
Master, I thought you were upstairs. How's the mating ritual going?
Well, it would have been going better if I wasn't interrupted constantly.
Do you need a snack?
Yes. Having just eaten a full meal. Yes, but I have one on me, so it's fine. But he just takes some of the bread that's on Igor's tray. Yes, thank you.
Igor grabs some salt and sprinkles some salt on it.
Salted bread, my favorite.
You're gonna sweat a lot, Master.
Thank you, Igor. So, Mr. Yates. Hold one moment. Mr. Yates, my benefactor has expressed interest in your plight, and I believe we may be able to make contact with your late wife tonight.
Oh. Well, that's sudden.
So there's a few things that need to be done in order to have it work out properly, but if all goes well, we should be at her grave by midnight, and...
At her grave?
Yes.
And you can see like he's struggling to remember. He looks kind of confused. Maybe, yes, yeah, of course.
Yes, and we should be able to see her then. So I'll get back to you in a moment. Hal, you wanted to speak with me. Sorry, I was having dinner with another woman.
Yeah, so I think I fucked up.
All right.
I went and I talked to that
Yes,
the
Mr.
dude, the guy.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. I don't remember his name. Shit.
Stark.
Stark.
Yes.
Yeah.
An industrious fellow.
Yeah, I talked to him and I was like, "Hey, I've got a friend who, has a job and we think you might have information and do you want to help out and help your kids?" And he was like, "No, I think you should leave." And
Did you mention that that a dragon was involved?
no. I told him that we would be taking from someone who didn't necessarily need it.
See, all right. We may want to inform him that it's a dragon.
Okay, but like,
And that he's
I'm
being
really
deceived.
bad at talking.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, so probably not the best idea that I went.
Well,
Okay.
I'd hoped the orphan collectors would have some mutual things to talk about, but apparently, it's fine.
He's got a lot more.
I
he's
have
got,
learned
like-
some things from Miss Inkbrush, such as we should not go through the front door. We will be incinerated. It's bad. Just no front door. Nixing that from the equation. A couple other things. I'll go into more detail later. I need to get a cab. I will escort you home, and then I'll come back and I'll pick up you. He points to Nikolai, and we'll go to graveyard. And then is everyone else good? Do I need to help anyone else with any? Thank you, Harlan. Thank you very much. And thank you, Lamont. I think... Yes, Igor, I saw you raise your hand.
What do you need me to do?
Takes a very deep breath. I need you to do your job. Please prepare. Just get Mr. Nikolai ready for tonight. Clean him up, whatever he needs to do to be reunited with his wife. Assist Mr. Nikolai.
Very well, Master. And might I ask, are you interested in
anything
cannibalism?
Harlan tells you to do. Anything. What? What was that, Igor?
I just asking if you were interested in cannibalism at all, but I'll gladly do
Good
whatever
heavens,
Harlan
no, Igor.
wants you.
Cannibalism, that's how... And I'm like
Igor's
ushering everyone
watching
away
him.
a little bit from the door as we speak. Just get further away. And I'm like,
Okay. Very well, I'll prepare Nikolai, Master, and
yes,
follow Harlan's
do whatever Mr.
instructions.
Yates, within reason. And anything Harlan tells you to do. Lamont, do you need anything? How did it go with the Nine Bellies fellow?
Not well. Does Igor have to do anything I tell him to do?
No.
Do I have to do anything anyone else tells me to do? Because I'm not going to.
Sometimes. Not usually.
We're going to take that on a case-by-case basis.
Yes,
Okay.
that's why it's
And
sometimes.
Quick question. Who
Yes.
is this? Who is Nikolai Yates?
Oh, Mr.
That's
Nikolai
me.
Yates, this is Mr.
Ah.
Mont Quinlan.
Oh, they were talking about you the whole time. I thought you were in like the kitchen staff.
Oh, no.
No, he's
I
not in
am,
customer service. He's an artificer and magic things.
Professor.
Professor.
You are?
Yes. I'm
Oh,
getting
cool.
yes.
Oh. Well, my interests lay in a similar field. That's fascinating stuff. Wow. Wendell, go bang the drum, pal. Me and Nikolai are gonna catch up here.
Yes, I need him. I need him at 11.
Late wife, huh?
She is late. Yes, I've been waiting for her to return for a long time.
Oh, so she's not
She went out looking for berries, and he'll start to like go through the entire story.
Okay, and Lamont will listen, transfixed to every detail of this story off to the side. Well, you've got Lamont's attention and his curiosity.
Does Harlan, Igor, and Hal gravitate to the story as well?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. Hal?
I'm just hanging out, waiting.
Okay. Reagan kind of catches your eye, and he's like, kind of looks like you want a drink. All right.
I'm like,
He brings two to you
Okay.
while you're standing there. Harlan, do you stay and listen to the story as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Harlan would stay next to the others because I am afraid of what they'll do.
That's fair.
That's
Very
fair.
valid.
Yeah.
That's very fair. Nikolai, would you like to tell the story, or do we want to just move past that?
I'll do like a short version of it.
Okay.
What he remembers of the moment.
Oh.
Every day she would go out, and just outside of the city, there's this little grove and this forest, and she had this obsessive thing. She had to find one berry of each color, and then she would bring baskets of these berries home and make a pie. I loved that pie. I always told her it was my favorite thing in the entire world. And now it's been, I don't know, a few hours since she should have returned, and I can't find her. I went to the grove, and she wasn't there, and nobody looks familiar. I don't know where any of my neighbors are. Have you seen her? Her name is Anna. She's my age, young, very pretty, and long blonde hair down to the waist. And then she wears this ribbon, this little pink ribbon in her hair. Have you seen her?
I'm confused. Isn't his wife dead?
Harlan!
He gets really confused about that.
I'm gonna like lean over to Harlan and be like, yes, but clearly he doesn't remember that.
Oh.
Old humans have like issues with their memory. Okay?
Your wife is not dead.
That's good.
We don't know the status of your wife. We did see her last time you were here with us. Kind of. She was like
yes, on this. And he pulls out of his bag, he pulls out this little rock.
Yeah, that thing.
It's like a round, smooth stone that has painted like eyes, and like around the edges is like hair painted in yellow, and then like a little smiley face with like squiggly lines on it. Yes, I've been working on this means of communicating with her. He holds it up, and he kind of like waves his left hand over it and then touches the smile, like traces the smile. And just for a moment, there's like a ghostly image of a woman that lifts up the rock, almost like a hologram, and kind of hangs there for a moment. And then it vanishes. Sometimes it's hard to keep the connection.
Yeah, that's how we saw her last time. But, I mean, I haven't seen her since. So. We can help you look for her. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Apparently, Wendell has some plan in the graveyard.
Doesn't he always? And I don't necessarily think it's going to be the best one, but
It's the best plan ever. It's great.
He gets his ideas from some other entity, I believe. So it might not be that terrible of a plan.
yeah, if it's not coming
Lamont.
from him directly. So
Lamont, was it? That was your name?
Yes.
Do you have eyes beneath those glasses?
Yes.
What do they look like? May I see them?
No, I'm good. Do you? I've got a light sensitivity issue since childhood. And so, I guess you're a qualified physician, I suppose. So
technically, I'm not.
It's so bad. It's so bright in here.
Oh no, those won't do.
Lamont has like bad Cheech and Chong like swollen clear eyes before photo eyes, like bad allergies eyes. All.
He kind of observes them for a long moment and just kind of shakes his head. Oh well, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta. It's supposedly a diet thing. I gotta eat more greens or something. I don't know. Bad reaction to breads or I don't know. Get more rest. But it's nice to meet you. And your story is fascinating. So what? We're going to a graveyard tonight for a hootenanny. We're gonna meet your wife, who is fine. Right, but also we have to go to the graveyard to meet her.
Yes, at her grave.
And I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. She shouldn't be in that graveyard.
God.
I've met women in stranger places than a graveyard, before. My younger days, my wilder days, if you know what I mean. Out there making it happen. Ripping it up.
Wendell just sneaks back into the room. Comes out very nonchalantly, not acknowledging anyone, with Letitia Inkbrush. Just walks past towards the cab.
Most people's passive perception notices Wendell trying to sneak out. It's a very loud evening now. It's quite crowded at this hour, but it's very easy to see Wendell and Letitia make their way.
And I'll just telepathically tell Nikolai again. I'll just tell the whole group telepathically, because that just might be better. I'll be back by 11 to take Mr. Yates to see his wife. Please make sure Nikolai is here by 11. It just leaves. Like, please just don't scatter to the four winds in the 45-minute carriage ride to and from her house.
Okay,
so want to get ice cream or?
Yeah, plenty of time. Let's go get ice cream.
I'm escorting her home.
Oh, I love ice cream.
Nikolai, when would you be like in your carriage?
It should be about 45 minutes for him to get there and back, so I assume he'll be an hour and a half.
Yeah.
All right, hour and a half.
You guys are gone for an hour and a half. Wendell's like, I've been waiting here for 45 minutes.
Igor, why are you getting a carriage?
I was instructed to assist Nikolai to get ready. Didn't I need a carriage?
Not till 11.
Oh, 11.
Yeah. We're all gonna go get ice cream right now.
Oh, his ice cream sounds great.
Yeah. Okay.
Reagan is kind of standing and he's like, Masters, we have ice cream here if you wish.
Oh.
He served in the private room.
Yeah, what kind of ice cream you got?
We have strawberry, which is in season right now. We have vanilla, which is the basis of all. And we do a chocolate. And we can mix all three together in a Neapolitan if you wish. We even do something funny. We take these strange, long fruits we get from Abdal's Promenade. We split them in a little boat-like serving dish. And then we add some ice cream and some chocolates, some other fruits on top. We split the banana, but we haven't thought of a name for it yet.
I must try this dish.
It sounds very adventurous.
It's quite fun. I've enjoyed it. It's a new one. It's only been a couple of days, but you've only been back recently. So would that be a boat for everyone?
Yeah, why not?
Love one of
Banana
those.
boat.
Yeah, sounds marvelous.
No, excellent. If you'd all just wait in the private dining area, I'll bring it out to you as soon as they're prepared.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Can I have mine be all strawberry?
Of course.
Cool.
Of course. Would anyone else like an adjustment to the...
Blueberry. Blueberry.
Yes, sir. I will endeavor to find out exactly what that is. Yes, Igor.
The extra vanilla, please, and a small drizzle of chocolate.
They all come with chocolate, sir.
Excellent.
Mr. Flipcloak, yourself, do you care?
I don't know anything of this dish, so I'll have it your way.
Yes, of course. I got that all down. I'll bring it to you in just a moment. He holds the door as everyone goes inside, and after you sit, he closes the door and you hear him walk away.
Reagan is the best at crowd control.
As you guys are taking care of preparing for your ice cream floats and boats and banana splits and whatnot, we'll check in on Wendell halfway through his ride to the townhouse.
And I have us go back through the same route past the bank.
Okay.
And I have her sit in the opposite seat this time so she can see it.
Okay.
Come back up.
So as you come up towards the bank, she begins to kind of like that weird adjustment in her perception, and he's like, "Oh, we're here again. Why did we come this way?"
It seems that the carriage driver thought it was best. He said there was something about a cart, a stall turnover a few streets back.
It's all right. It's always a bit disconcerting when we arrive at work in the morning. It's a lot of information to remember.
Oh, I see.
I mean, it's an adequate security protocol, but it can be very off-putting.
I see. Interesting. You said that one of the security protocols, you once found a person shot alive. They took them 3 days to scrape them off. Any other funny incidents like that?
Not really. I mean, that wasn't really funny. I mean, it was kind of disturbing. I mean, really, but no. I work very closely with Mr. Klanghammer.
Do you?
Yes. He trusts me with the password changes each day.
Daily password changes. My, that sounds quite extreme.
Well, we deal with a lot of money.
I'm casting detect thoughts real subtly. See if she's thinking of any passwords.
She's not thinking of any password, but she does think about the spare key she keeps in her desk.
Okay.
Because she's a very trusted and valued member
does she
of the
think?
staff.
Does she mentally picture her desk?
Yes. Yeah, I will be able to explain to you where on the map her desk is located.
Cool. I will. That's quite a lot of responsibility.
Oh, well, I mean, I've worked there for a very long time, and I feel like I've really come into my own working for Mr. Klanghammer. It's a great job.
An independent woman. So.
There's just there's just the strangeness with the memories. I mean, luckily enough, you have it.
Is it just an aura?
Just security systems. It's a spell on the entire building.
Oh wow, quite advanced.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of money, and she just starts as you pass by. Now, in her eyesight falls away from it. She starts to fade back into her normal life, and say, and the Scots were very kind to give me the job, and Mr. Dimble has been so caring about, my love of porcelain pugs, and
It's hard to find a good employee these days.
it really is. It really, really is. But
Mm-hmm.
enough about me. Tell me more about you.
Yes, well, I, for
Our evening's
one,
almost over.
terrible shame. I quite enjoyed dinner with you this evening, and the wine, and talking about porcelain pugs.
Yes, they are quite exceptional. There's just so many variations on each and every one. You could
No.
talk about it for hours and hours on end.
Yes,
And then when you
days.
start talking about wine,
Yes.
it just becomes a full day's conversation, almost a full
does.
evening's.
Yes, quite. But I couldn't
And
think
to
of...
find that you're a scion of the house of Hassenpfeffer, it's
Yeah, well, you know how it is sometimes. Well, I couldn't think of a better person to spend this day and evening with.
Thank you very much. I hope it's not the last time we see each other. I mean, I wouldn't want to think you're just talking to me for information on my job.
Of course not. Yes, no, I would love to chat about wine and pugs again. When is your usual days off? Hate to make you tired before
I
work the
I
next
work.
morning.
I work most weekdays. I have the weekends off, as
Weekends
everyone. Like banker's hours.
Oh, of
We work
course.
the same hours as the bank.
Should have
So
figured as much.
finance. It's
Ah.
very, very predictable.
Indeed. Well, looks like we've reached your home, so...
Yes. All
Yeah.
too soon.
Yes. And he's thinking about, like, the busy night he has ahead of him, and he's hoping that they're all still just back at the inn. And, like, he'd love to drag this out more, but he's just opens the door, helps her out, walks her to the door. Well, Lutetia, it's been a wonderful evening. I hope you have a restful night.
Thank you, Eustace. And she leans in and gives you a peck on the cheek. It was a lovely night. And then she turns and goes inside.
Mm. He gets into the carriage. He goes, back to the Grayskull Shadow Inn, please. And the shortest route there, thank you, sir.
Oh, all right, sir. Fast or comfortable?
What looks at, like, trying to kind of figure out what time it is. It's fast. Let's just go fast.
All right, sir. And he just whips the you're right in the back of the carriage. All right, so we go back to the ice cream group now.
Better not to leave them unattended for too long.
Boats of ice cream have been brought to each and every one of you as per requested. Strawberry for some, extra vanilla for others. They actually did have some blueberries, but they weren't made into the ice cream, but they were sprinkled on the ice cream for you. And Harlan, you got the official bog standard banana boat ice cream. One was brought for Lamont as well, but he didn't request a specific type, so he got the bog standard as well.
I take a bite and then I kind of like look at the others and I'm like, I don't think mine's properly prepared. It's still cold.
I said no nuts.
I'm gonna check for poison because last time we had dessert here
With Nikolai. Everybody I always cast detect poison and disease, but I'm not there for this, so...
Well, you know,
this time?
you have a
Check
master poison
investigation?
tester at the
Yeah,
table.
that's right, you have
Say.
a taste tester.
or medicine
Um,
or perception.
I'd say I'll give you medicine or survival.
Well, they're the same thing, so 18.
Okay. 18. You taste no poison in this particular ice cream. You don't see anything that would indicate poison, and you do not smell any recognizable poison smells. However, it smells delicious.
Cool. I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
Igor digs into his as well, so much so that he gets brain freeze. He's like, oh
Roll me a con save. Let's see how bad the brain freeze is.
no.
Oh no! Come on, modifier, save me! Save me! You said con save?
Yes, con save.
Okay, a 10.
Okay, it's a pretty severe brain freeze. You see Igor's eyes cross, and he just sort of like crunches in on himself for a little while.
Yeah, Harlan, don't do that when you eat it. It's supposed to be cold. If you eat it too fast, it'll freeze your brain.
It's the best part.
It's so dangerous.
It's not dangerous unless you eat like Igor.
Igor looks at him.
His eyes are still crossed.
Going to die.
Nah, he's fine.
I think Nikolai just
Going
picks.
to die. Sorry.
Nikolai just picks the berries off of the top of his, and he's eating just the berries. And this is delicious. And he saves one berry when he sees that Igor's in pain. He says, "These might have medicinal properties. Try this."
He's gonna reach over and grab a handful.
I can't remember. They might also just be normal berries.
Igor's chewing the berry without a second thought to get
It
rid of
doesn't
pain.
help Igor.
I imagine this is how Igor eeats ice cream every time. Too.
Every time.
Yeah, he doesn't learn. He doesn't learn. No, it's every time.
No, it's not helping.
He's
How
just sitting there.
Weaponized.
Just make people eat it.
You seem to be incapacitated for quite some time.
Hold it. Wasn't there a dragon? What if we got a lot of ice cream and we fed it to the dragon? Do you think we could get the gold better with ice cream being fed to the dragon?
No.
What if it makes its head hurt?
Okay, this dragon we know is what, a gold dragon, right? So it's fire. So
We just
it'll
need
melt
a lot
the
of
ice cream.
A lot of ice cream.
I'm pretty sure as soon as it, goes into the room with it, it'll melt.
We'll have to make the dragon come to a room full of ice cream.
Whatever happened to our dragon friend? Do we know where he went?
Dragon friend.
Yeah, the copper dragon that we met gave me this loot. Pulls a loot out of my backpack.
Yes.
Are you suggesting how we test my ice cream on our copper friend?
No, I was suggesting we, if we can find him, we can ask him tips on how to take down a gold dragon, because dragons are scary.
Yes, we first met Zimadrath in an alley near here.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one?
Yep.
Oh. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. That's why I say we should go talk to him, but we don't know where he is because we told him to leave the city.
Oh. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should go find them then.
I think we
Right
Igor-
before Wendell gets here.
right now.
And about this time, when Wendell comes in quickly, expecting you guys not to be there.
Oh, hey, Wendell. You want some ice cream?
Yes, I would love a banana boat. What that is? Ice cream.
Yeah, with ice cream.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very tasty.
Was there any specific requirements for your ice cream?
Just lots of it.
Master, be careful about the quantity
Yeah.
you ingest, and it hurts your head.
If you eat it all at once, Igor, yes. I've explained this to you many times.
Reagan leans into you, Wendell. How many, sir?
Countless.
Another round for everyone, then. Just for you. Of course.
Could I do extra banana this time?
Yes, sir. He walks away.
All right. Well, I took this ink brush home, and I have learned a few things.
Oh, Master,
Really?
did
Because I
you
learned absolutely nothing.
did you you know
Oh,
did you
I get
A
it.
gentleman never kisses and tells.
were you is your how hungry are you? Igor's
mean-
kind of scientifically concerned, looking at him like, and Igor's looking for blood. He's curious. He's like,
I'm-
doesn't quite trust him.
I'm pretty hungry, Igor. I didn't eat anything since dinner here,
Too late.
unfortunately.
I'll make sure to keep your bag filled with food, just in case.
Right. Of course. Mr. Yates! And I pull out a couple pieces of paper, just a small scroll. I'd like you to, my benefactor has expressed his willingness to reconnect you with your wife. However, he does require a signature, in order to facilitate this arrangement.
I knew it wasn't.
The signature on
Here, and
that?
it hands you what looks to be a contract. Yes, he must use you as a bit of a conduit, I believe, in order to facilitate this meeting of the souls, so to speak.
That seems like a roundabout way.
You said you
of
would do
indeed-
anything to see your honor again.
He sets it out like on the table, the contract. He sets it down, and he looks up to you, and he said,
I'm going to share this Warlock
yeah.
contract with chat, too, because
Okay.
it's a masterpiece,
It's amazing.
and they deserve to see it. So, there you go. Anyone wants to see what the Warlock contract looks like?
Yes, I did, didn't I? I remember saying
Yes.
that.
Just
I would
look it
just
over. I assure you it's very
Yeah.
beneficial. Wonderful benefits.
allow me just a moment, and
course.
he'll sort of take out of the inside of his coat pocket first a small, like not a wristwatch, but like a pocket watch, and he sets it out on the table next to this contract, and he opens the watch up. Then he takes out of another pocket inside his coat, like a long pair. It's like a one eyeglass is normal, and the other one has like a zoomed in lens. He puts that over his head and fixes it to his ears. And then he goes back into the coat pocket one last time, and he takes out that small, smooth stone with like eyes, the squiggly smile, and the kind of yellow hair painted around the edge of it. He holds it in his hand, and he just kind of looks down over this contract, reading it over. And then he sets the stone down after he finishes reading the contract over, and he rubs it counterclockwise and winds back the the pocket watch that's on the table one full rotation. And I think he wants to cast Detect Magic. I could also do Identify. I could do either of them. Maybe I'll do Identify on this contract.
Okay. There isn't a specific spell on this contract, but it emanates a sort of energy. There is, it's like the energy of possibility, but it has a bit of a more aberrant feel to it.
It's a good way to describe it.
And I think this manifests, the spell kind of manifests as this, it's almost like, imagine like a Pac-Man ghost, but with like stringy hair and the same smile, the exact same eyes and smile that's painted on the rock is on this like kind of ghostly, womanly figure that comes up out of the stone. And the ghost leans over and is reading it with him. And like every time his head turns, the ghost's head turns with him. And when he finishes, he zooms the eyeglasses back in. He winds the clock forward one rotation, and then the sort of image that's hanging over the stone vanishes. I see. I didn't realize what exactly you were offering and what exactly you were asking.
Limitless possibilities and a happy reunion.
Me-
A benefactor is very interested in helping you out. He provides much assistance and asks for so very little in return.
Yes, well, I said what I said, and I meant it. And he would take the pen out, his own pen from inside his coat, and draw a breath, and he will sign the contract.
Yes! Prism of Power!
You feel that aberrant energy of possibility settle into the contract as you finish signing your name, and then it releases into you. And you feel connected to the contract in some magical way, and you hear, like, you feel a presence kind of in the back of your mind, but you haven't quite made the connection with it yet that maybe others who have signed this contract have. There's still a trade-off to be made before it's completely valid. About the same time, Reagan and another one of the servers comes in. Reagan, with an entire plate of ice cream boats, sits it in front of Wendell, while the other server hands one to each person as a second serving.
How often do humans participate in this? Seems
Ice cream?
Yes.
Depends on the season. It's more popular in the hot months of the year.
Yes, I can see why.
And I think Wendell pulls out, like, because Nikolai is in the the next tier of Prism of Power because he was signed on by Wendell. Wendell's had so much free time in the evenings that he's made like an introductory, like, welcome package thing with, like, and it's probably got, like, like, it's one of those, like, little gift basket things, and he's just been saving it. I imagine he ran up to his room beforehand to, like, he came back down with it before he went into the dining room. And he's like, oh, and this is for you as well, and I'll just slide across the care package. It's got, like, fruit and
You hear one voice in your head just sigh in exasperation, but you hear your patron just going, nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Nikolai looks a little sharper, like he looks a little more with it right now in this moment. He sort of sees the basket slide over.
Care package. Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
And there's
Wendell.
like some like vouchers for free meals and drinks at the Gray Skull Shadow. There's like, paper, like just, FAQs and all sorts of things in there. He's had way too much time on his hands, and it's like, gift wrapped with like a nice bow.
He kind of like idly goes through it, just kind of like looking at the things, but he doesn't look happy. He looks sad.
Oh,
kind of emotionally
don't worry.
reserved.
We'll see your wife soon, then you'll be happy again. And
all right.
Yeah, we are.
Was there anything else? Okay, so everyone enjoys their ice cream while Nikolai looks on despondently at the contract he sold and the gift basket. We'll go ahead and speed up a little bit now. It's getting about the time that you need to leave to head towards the destination.
And we head just a little early, to make
Okay.
sure that barring any existential circumstances, we'll get there. Because we have been known to have things happen. So he's like, 30 minutes early? That sounds good. We'll just, can always linger.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
There's a t-shirt too. Yeah. And so, Wendell will escort Nikolai, and I guess, if Nikolai is okay with other people coming as well, Wendell would allow others to come if they wanted.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to mind.
Right. Anyone who wants to meet Mrs. Yates, please come aboard. Carriage.
Okay.
I don't really have anything else to do, and I'm full of ice cream.
Just do whatever you say, Master.
Are we meeting a dead person? I don't understand this Miss Yates character.
You're going to see the benevolence of my benefactor and the benefits of joining the Prism of Power. And just
Master, does this mean?
Does this mean what?
Does this mean I get membership to this group?
Your membership is under review.
Not quite sure what that means, but okay.
It's okay, I'm handling it for you, Igor.
All right, so everyone heads out from the Shadow Inn. It is late. There's still people wandering. This is an area that people congregate around Grey Skull Keep, which is the Whitestone Embassy here in Iman, in Little Whitestone, outside of the gates. You head in the direction. Nikolai, it seems familiar, this path that you walk, almost that maybe you've lived in this area before. After a while, as you walk through this simple road, it's the road out of town, you notice that the stand of trees that your wife would pick berries from in and around is now a warehouse. It's no longer there. And about a few minutes after that, you come to this small graveyard. And in your lucidity at this point in time, you begin to wonder, this was not where Anna was buried. You don't know why they brought you to this particular cemetery, because it did not exist when she passed, if you're recognizing the fact that she passed at this time. So there is a bit of confusion and wonder in this situation. Wendell, you recognize the grave. The cemetery is a simple, not really a pauper plot, but something similar, wrought iron, stone fencing around, and it's just small headstones, simple inscriptions, nothing really out of the ordinary. A couple older trees that have been there for much longer than the cemetery was there. Well kept, but not, not too frequented. Do you lead everyone to where?
Yes.
Okay. So you arrive at a very simple headstone, and on it says Anna Yates.
This can't be. This cemetery, it wasn't even here when I was young. He kind of gets down on his knees. He scrubs, almost like he's looking for another letter. Like he rubs the grave, like maybe the name will change.
That's what it is.
This is where I saw your wife at one time. Now, Harlan, what time is it?
He'll say
11:48.
11:48. Sure.
I don't know. 12 minutes then. I assume there's like a couple of benches in here.
Yes.
Places. We'll just have a seat.
You saw her right here.
Yes.
And you know for certain she'll be here tonight.
Yes. For certain.
He kind of comes over.
My benefactor has
assured
me. And he is not wrong.
Harlan like takes out his sword and just kind of lays it
Nonchalant.
down.
Hal's gonna post up outside the graveyard.
Okay. There are people occasionally walking by.
I think
Storms. that
Wendell would have
normally
taken
around.
like a flower too, like from one of the vases in the Grayskull Shadow on the way out and just hand it to Nikolai so you can, give her a flower.
The
yeah,
moon-
yes. Thank
The
you.
moon that was out has now gone behind the clouds that are rolling through. The wind has picked up slightly. And there's a strange sound and feel to the air.
Master, if I might, it's feeling a little spooky in here.
If you wish, you can wait with Howl outside.
I think I'm
I
gonna
know how
do
you
that.
feel about Aunt Petunia in the attic, so.
Igor shoots her a look like, "Ugh," and he'll head outside to go join Hal.
Wendell's house is definitely haunted.
It's true, I've cleaned the attic.
Mm-hmm. And have cobwebs up there.
Or should I say, cleaned the attic.
Lamont, Harlan, where are you right now?
Just watching all this, like getting bored of because Lamont doesn't quite understand what's going on.
And yeah, Wendell will telepathically tell Lamont, "You've been curious to see some of the benefits of my benefactor, my patron. You'll be able to see some firsthand tonight."
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, oh,
4 minutes.
Harlan is-
I'm gonna have to stick around for that.
Oh, it'll be worth it.
Like, look at Harlan and be like, "I'm gonna hang out." What are you doing? You hanging out?
Yeah, he's sitting on the bench. He has a shield out now, and he's kind of just holding on to his toupee in the wind.
Think it's gonna be that bad? You need the what? His old lady's gonna pop out of this headstone here.
I do not know what's going to happen, but the weather has changed for the worse.
Maybe like a shockwave of supernatural energy or something like that. Like, well, like takes a knee, and, like settles in for the show.
Okay. You hear the clocks begin to strike 12. Those of you who are magically inclined feel an energy in the air. And right behind the headstone of Anna Yates, a shimmering portal opens. It's very small and it starts to expand and expand and expand. Once it reaches tall enough for a very large person to walk through, it shimmers and then becomes translucent. And on the other side, you see an elf with dark hair, dressed in black, but very nice clothing. And he's younger. He's looking through and he looks over and he's like, are you Wendell Hassenpfeffer?
Yes, that's I.
Oh, all right, yeah, okay. Kenna, I got him. He yells back, and then he steps out of the way. This is gonna be fun. You guys have a good time, okay? And he steps out of the way, and hovering through come 6 alien-looking creatures. They're very tall and lithe, very thin, wide shoulders, but thin bodies, bulbous heads with black pooling eyes, and long, wiggling tentacles from their chin. They say nothing. Their hands are across their chest, and they just move to 6 points around the grave. They're one at the headstone, one at the foot of the grave, and 2 on each side. And they begin to... Well, there's a sound to it, but it's not something you're hearing with your ears. You're hearing it in your mind now. And you also hear a voice that's transmitted with it. I am Miss Gloomraven. I have been asked to provide a service to a new initiate. Who here is Nikolai Yates?
Nikolai has like the flower in one hand and the stone with a face in the other hand, and he just kind of smells the flower and looks up and he says, I'm Nikolai.
Yes. Well, we're going to do a bit of magic for you. Are you sure this is what you want?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I'll let my followers commence the ritual. And you don't hear anything from her again, just the hum. And as they do, pools of light begin to build beneath each of where their feet would be, but they're hovering above the ground. And as those pools get brighter, they start to connect. Lines from each point cross to each other, creating a geometric form across the grave. And then it fills with the same light. This is a red, aberrant magic, almost with an underlying black, necrotic feel to it. And as this magic fills the geometric shape, it's like it sinks down and down. And those of you close enough to look, it continues on. It goes well beyond however deep you might imagine that a grave would go. The chanting gets louder in your head, the magical hum of these voiceless creatures that you've never seen before. The dark-haired elven man is just kind of like watching. It's like looking, he's like, all right. He's not really participating. He doesn't step through the portal, but he's quite interested. The hum builds. It starts to vibrate through everyone that's nearby. How you feel it less because you're the farthest one away. Everyone close, especially those that use magic, are almost entranced by it. It's echoing in your head. There's a buzz to the air. Your hair is standing up on your arms. And then the magic extends and it almost snaps back like a rubber band, and it just extends straight up. And now you have a column of magic ahead of you. It sits there for a bit, and you start to see a form begin to coalesce inside this pillar. One of the creatures reaches out and crosses the magical line of the energy and touches the form. And then the other 5 do the same thing in rhythm. The energy drops away. And there before you stands a young, beautiful woman with a pink ribbon in her hair. She looks disoriented. She looks a bit withered from the experience, maybe not as strong as she once was. But she looks around her surroundings, kind of stands back a bit from those who are around her, but her eyes fall on Nikolai, and she kind of, Nikolai? Is that you?
Nikolai stands up, kind of like holding the bench so that he can make sure that he has strength in his legs before he lets go. And he's peering at Anna. 2 questions, I guess.
Yes.
Is she corporeal?
Seems so. No one's touched her yet.
He'll start ambling over with that flower in hand. He tucks the stone back into his pocket, and so he's holding the stem of the flower in both hands and getting closer. And he says, "Anna, is that really you?"
It's me, but is that you, Nikolai? She puts her hand out. She touches your cheek, if you let her.
He does.
And you're so old. What has happened?
Time is a construct, and you are experiencing it at a different rate.
Oh, Nikolai, I don't understand those things. Just here, let me see you. And she just sort of looks, it's like, have I been gone really so long?
For me, it's been a time. But not every day. Some days, it's like you are right there with me.
I've had strange dreams. Like we've been together, but I don't feel like time's passed. It's like I took a nap or something. Oh, and you see just like horror kind of cross her face.
Anna?
I remember. You said I was I dead?
Here, I brought you a flower. He offers the flower.
Thank you. And as you two were talking, the six figures silently slide back into the portal, and the rest of you see the elf just be like, all good now. All right. And the portal just closes.
At this point,
Wendell just kind of sits back on that bench a little bit. So touching reunions.
Owen just says, we have to get going. That was a beacon of arcane energy, and we must get out of here before someone investigates.
Yes, we shouldn't be standing around in such a droll place. Please, let's go back to the inn.
Hey, Nikolai, who are all these people? Who were those people?
And he's trying to, like, for a moment he can't remember. And then he sees Wendell and he remembers the contract, and he says, these are some of my business associates, Anna. Would you care for some ice cream?
She smiles, a smile you have not seen in a very long time, except in your dreams. I would love that, Nikolai.
Oh, good. I have so much to tell you. You'll have to come along with me now. And he smiles too. And like when he smiles, it's a little bit different than before.
Mm-hmm.
He looks boyish for a moment. Like he looks much younger for just a moment. He offers Anna his arm and he kind of straightens his back a little bit.
Wendell kind of gives his cane a twirl, almost like a pimp would walk, and just begins to walk out, he got a peck on the cheek, a new contract, and reunited love of one of his good friends. Touching day. Good day, good day. And he'll just kind of stroll out to meet, you know, Hal and Igor by the carriage.
So that was like necromancy, right?
Or
Like major necromancy. Because, like, she was dead.
Well, clerics bring people back from the dead all the time.
Yeah, but with, not necromancy.
Master, did you bring her back?
Oh, my
Yourself?
benefactor did.
No, those tentacle things did.
They worked for my benefactor.
Larger
Okay.
organization than I suspected.
I told you the Prism of Power is up and coming. You should get in while you can.
The
Sooner you get in, the more benefits later down the road.
Now you said carriage. I thought
Or
you guys
the
walked
cab.
there.
Oh no, I think we would have taken it. We could have walked there. It wasn't
Because there
far.
was a lot of you for a cab.
Yeah,
for
and
single carriage.
I remember I walked there the first time, so it wasn't very far. So yeah, we'll just start walking back.
Okay. Well, Nikolai and Anna have gotten ahead of you. There's a bit of more energy and pep in his step now. But as the rest of you kind of talk a bit as they're walking away, Harlan, you feel another energy spike, something else. And you remember, you may have cast on yourself, but the rest of your party is no longer protected by non-detection. And a man who looks quite familiar to those of you who were in Yellowspire, with a voice that sounds quite familiar, steps out of the shadows. And it's like, that was an experience. I thought I saw a lot, but wow. I'm going to have to reconsider my approach on this particular topic, but hi, my name's Benarvin.
Yes.
You've met my simulacrums.
Yes.
The record in Wendell's head that was playing, like, some just smooth, like, groove. It was like, just stops.
And my friend is a powerful mage unto himself. You just witnessed a bit of his power.
I witnessed something for sure. I'm not sure exactly what it was. It doesn't really conform to any of the magics we hold dear here. Definitely
Indeed.
wasn't dunamancy as far as I can tell. But, well, you know, you learn something new every day, right? Yeah?
Can I like lean over to Igor? Just like slowly lean over to Igor. You got any idea what in the hell is going on right now?
I have absolutely no idea. He looks very familiar though.
He's a nondescript, normal-looking human. Dark hair, very fine clothes, dressed in almost all, like, different shades of white, like light grays and whites, robes that are form-fitting, but not too voluminous. You would imagine that Harlan, they look like combat robes, something you'd be able to protect yourself with. He's got a spell book on his waist that is gilded, much better than the one you took off his simulacrum. Many rings on his fingers, and a wand stuck in his belt. And he looks... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, go ahead.
Oh, he looks over at Harlan and Wendell. He's like, I think we've gotten off on the wrong foot, everyone. Perhaps you'd like to take me for a drink and we can talk about options. You have something I want. I have something you want.
Trip and I just made the same face, like, what do you have that we could want?
Do you ask that question?
No, I'm not stupid.
Hal does.
Okay.
Like, oh, from where I'm sitting, we got pretty much what we need, so...
Right. No, you have everything you need as you are now.
Mm-hmm.
I offer you an option to extend your lives beyond tonight. I think you need that.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Oh no, you said them all.
I said I'm offering you a chance to see the morning, the sunrise, an option to live.
Yeah? What are you gonna do if we say no? What you gonna what's the and then of that? What's the rest of that sentence?
You took something from my factors. I would like to take it back.
Factors? It's a factor.
Who work for me.
Work for you. What do we take? What's missing? What's the damage?
It's a stone of some great power with knowledge of a vault of great
Stone of power.
Need for
Anybody got a stone of power? You,
my organization?
I have many rock collections, but they're not very powerful that I know of.
Yeah, Igor's got a pet rock. Is that what you're after?
You're after the wrong people.
Oh my gosh.
He just smiles. Everyone, please. I'm not trying to be aggressive here. You killed my simulacrum when you raided my employees on my building.
It's Igor's turn.
Go ahead, Igor.
I was gonna say Igor slowly leans into Lamont. He's like, "What's the Sibir rock from?"
Yeah, no, I think it's like a copy. It's not my really school of whatever.
And Wendell's just like making sure Nikolai and Anna are still walking. He said they were ahead, so I hope they're still walking.
They were a bit ahead.
Oh, good.
He waited until they had kind of gotten out of earshot before he appeared.
That's perfect.
I want to imagine that at this point, if you were to look at Nikolai and Anna, that he's shown Anna his archivist rock, where he's tried to take her memories and like put them into the rock, and he's like summoned the little like Pac-Man ghost version of her. He's showing her that,
and she finds it quite entertaining. It looks nothing like me, Nikolai.
It's getting there.
Well, I don't think you need it much anymore.
Smiles at that, completely oblivious as to what's going on behind him.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. Just go get your ice cream.
Yeah, go for the ice cream. So, I'm just offering a parlay, everyone. I mean, I could have just attacked you from the shadows, killed you all, and taken what I wanted. But that display... Oh, the magic. And that wizard standing on the other side of the portal. Who was he? Attractive, but, powerful too.
Just, an ally of ours.
And that many illithids were they under your control? I've misjudged each and every one. But maybe not that one, and he points at Lamont. I've not just misjudged him, I don't believe, but the rest of you I've misjudged greatly.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, the adults are talking.
Oh, man. I got your pet rock right here. I got 2 of them, pal. Let me tell you something cool, Breeze. You come down here and threaten us, say you're going to jump out of shadows, kill all of us, and then you just all got a boner for his magic act. That's fun. That's a good time. Why don't you take your impressionable ass and go watch the, Punch and Judy show downtown and suck my balls because we're not afraid of you. And how dare you come out of the dark? And he just proceeds to just like unending.
And Harlan's face, of like, we're not afraid of you. And Harlan's like,
Lamont, have you taken your headache powder tonight?
I got him. I got this one. He's fine. He's just leaving.
We should get him on some medication. That's an idea I hadn't thought of.
You dope me up. Everybody's trying to poison me. For the love of God, thrusting powders and potions in my face all since I woke up this morning. I'll tell you something. I have. I can't bullshit his way out of this. When he like runs out of shit to say to this guy, I'm just like.
He just keeps talking until he gets bored.
Seriously, he's the kind of guy who'll wear himself out.
And you just saw like a weird ass magic display too, so you're like, I don't even.
Anyone else have anything intellectual to add to that particular outburst?
Lamont, I think we can take him.
That's all you just got.
Smiles.
You bet. Twice. That's what I'm saying. Igor's reading my mind because he's fucking psychic.
Do that. He's really not.
Well, I mean, if you'd like to just bypass all the conversation and go right to your deaths, I'm okay with that. Really,
I think we'd like to hear what you have to say. Just came all this way.
Are you sure?
I mean, you did seem to come, quite a distance, so it's quite late. Past most people's bedtime.
Believe me, it's nothing for me to come this far.
Yes.
I've been looking for quite some time. I'm impressed you stayed hidden this long.
Yes. Just looking at Wendell.
But I'll just telepathically tell Harlan, I didn't realize it had worn off. You're the time person.
Let's talk numbers. It's not so much the gold that's in the vault that I'm most interested in, but the vault itself and the proprietor of the vault.
Oh, I remember you now.
Does he always do this?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm tracking this.
Very often.
What? Attack the next objective with both hands and with ruthless cunning? Yes.
And
yes,
the
I do.
Staff?
Every time.
Everyone you talk to.
My offer. is I will provide you with all the gold that you seek.
Go on.
All I ask is for the stone. You give me the stone. My employees will take the vault. We will provide to you the money that you are searching for, that everyone else is looking for. And we'll come to an agreement on favors owed.
Why do you want
I'll be doing all the
stone
work
so
and giving you the
badly
money.
If, the vault is what you're after.
Well, yes, but
Know where the
you've
vault
shown
is.
yourselves to be quite capable. I have many places in my organization for people such as yourselves. The benefits are outstanding.
I'm already in an organization.
Oh, your Prism of Power?
Yes, the Prism of Power! He says maybe slightly more maniacally due to the display that was just there tonight.
He reaches into a pouch and pulls out one of your pamphlets. I've been perusing the Prism. Interesting.
Isn't it
Cost of entry is a soul.
Yes, it's a very exclusive club.
With that display of power, I think you're getting the better end of the deal.
Obviously. It's lots of benefits to the Prism of Power.
Wait, so it is about souls?
To an extent.
Is he stuck in a time loop that he's like a day after what we're talking? Like he's still like in the past and he only catches up as we're going? I don't.
Yeah, he can't get over the past.
I'm fine. What?
That's a burn. Need some ice cream for that burn.
I do love you guys. This is great.
All right.
It's always like this.
Yes,
you want another one?
Fantastic place to be.
You want another one? How dare you? Let me tell you. You're going to get more of the same. You want to find a rock? That's great. You going to hurt anybody with this rock? What are you going to do?
I won't hurt us. So well, there
you
might
like rocks,
be
right.
Well, no, it's not exactly a rock. It's a stone.
Stone
inhabited by a creature of great knowledge and power.
Okay, and you and this creature want to hang out. That's the whole risk, right? He's not going to devastate the populace with the.
No. I'm just looking for the ultimate base of operations in the city of Amman.
That's funny because I was thinking I'd like to have an ultimate base of operations in the city of Amman.
Well, if you come work for me, it'll be your base too.
No, but I want the base though. I want it to be my base.
Oh.
I want it to be,
Well, fine. I'll just step back and let you all raid the vault, fight the dragon, see how you do. I mean, you're strong, but come on.
We have ice cream on our side. You have no idea the kind of power we could behold upon a dragon.
That doesn't help, Igor. That's just stop. Just stop. Stop.
Maybe this evening was the wrong time to approach you with this. You just had a great whatever it was in your cemetery and kumbaya and all that.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Just stones, right? You like stones. No, come on. We got to rally. What? We got to get in there. I'm sick of walking around this thing and then forgetting it exists. We're going in the fucking vault. Stones, everybody on the same page here? Gonna get the guy a stone. Anybody got a problem with that? Raise your hand. Oh, of course you do.
Right. Why don't you all just talk about it for the next 24 hours and then I'll send a
Yes, why don't you lay out perhaps your terms in a more clearly defined manner? I am about the written word contract.
You give me the stone, I take the vault.
Yes.
I give you the money that you were looking in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
And then you either work for me or owe me a significant favor.
What about borrowing the stone?
No, come on. No, we're going to call it even. You get a stone, we get a shitload of money, and both of us walk away. Oh,
that's-
we got you the rock.
Also, that's a pretty good trade. I mean, a rock for a shitload of money. Most of the condition of the miner back.
And it's a mage hand because he wouldn't touch Igor's face.
Right.
So it's just a mage hand. But does he respond to the borrowing of a stone? And
He just looks at you.
I have to ask.
It's late. We are quite
It
tired.
is very late too.
Yes.
I don't think we could be making a decision of that magnitude at this time.
I agree. I think you need to make the decision that's best for your group.
Yes, for group.
Give me what I want and live, or we fight to the death. I think it's fair.
Yes, we'll make this decision tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes, Harlan, good idea. And have a wonderful night, Mr. Bernardin. We will deliberate on the matter.
I'll have a wonderful night. I haven't really been in Mon in quite some time. I'm gonna go explore a bit.
Hey, good. You stay out of trouble.
He stands there,
Enjoy
watching
yourself.
you.
Well, good night. I'd leave.
I follow Harlan, and the mage hand is dragging Igor by the ear.
Like walk up near Howl. What the hell was that?
What was what?
You're taking a shot at me while I'm talking to the shadow guy who wants to kill all of us, trying to get the money. Am I the only one around here who wants to get paid?
Apparently.
Yeah, stick up your ass, you know that?
Oh, I have a stick up my ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
stick up there. Yeah, stick up
Okay.
there. Who put that
Uh-huh.
stick up there? Somebody needs to help you. Igor or something to that stick out of your ass. making you-
Sure. Sure.
Giving you malaise, turning into a malcontent.
I walk away.
Look, wait, where are you going? Where are you going? We were having a good time. That was a good conversation.
Telling me I have a stick up my ass?
Why? That's giving you the dozens. That's the raz. Giving you the business, funning you.
What do you want, Lamont?
I am tired of the tension between the two of us. You don't seem to understand that I'm trying to cling to the mission, and I could use you around. I could use your help. And yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with the circumstance. I'm frustrated. I'm burdened with knowledge, burdened with a lot of knowledge. And I understand that I got in your face the other day, and that's not cool. Okay. It's hard, You got a lot of people. You got a big family. You got a lot of people around you who care about you. Care about what happens to you.
Yeah, so do you, Lamont. You have us.
I need you to be more specific.
You have group. Do you think we would have stuck with you, you crazy, insane man, this long if we didn't care about you in some degree?
Well, you're heartbroken by my plight.
No, you crazy ass. We actually like you.
What?
Yeah, you're fucking crazy.
No, maybe Igor, but no. Everyone else is heartbroken by my plight.
No.
We're really not. Have you met us? We're kind of assholes. We don't get heartbroken by much.
No, you're awful.
Yeah,
You especially.
thanks.
You have everything you could possibly want, and you're completely ignorant of your horrifying origins, frankly, if I'm not giving away too much. And you're fine with it, and you just skip through life popping blackheads and watching the sun go up and down, happy as you please, eating cereal with your kids, enjoying yourself. Meanwhile, the rest of us are having a hard time adjusting. Hal,
Okay,
and
Lamont.
could have used your help.
I
Hal.
have lived here in this city with no memories for 10 years. Just because I've built a life for myself doesn't mean I'm adjusted. You have your memories. What do I have? 20 years of blank.
I can help you with that to some degree.
You told me I murdered you. I don't want to remember murdering my best friend. I don't understand what's wrong with that.
I like to think that because we were walking, right?
Yeah, we probably stopped at some point.
You're like stunned out of walking, you know? Lamont just stands there and lets you keep walking. Because that's kind of a big one. And then
Coming
he
or not?
I'm a little. I hear what you're saying. I'm a little surprised. I don't understand. I can't take praise, and I can't really accept. I can't really process when people
Care?
say they like me or say they care about me. I don't actually.
Clearly.
I don't know that I'm really capable of processing that in a way where I don't take it as there's some sort of conspiracy behind it. I often panic while making sandwiches. This is shaky at best, my ability to really believe what you're saying and to take.
Hal's gonna walk back to him and just kind of put her hand on his shoulder and like, look, Lamont, you have a memory of the person I was before. I get it. Apparently I killed you. I'm not that person anymore. I don't know her. I don't know who she was. I don't know why she would have killed you. I don't know what her reason was. But how many times have I sat there and saved your life when we've been in combat?
How could you not want some of that back?
Because what kind of person murders someone else for apparently no reason? You're right. I have a life here. I have 3 kids who, for whatever reason, like me and look up to me, and I want to take care of them. I have, granted, she probably still hates me, but I have the love of my life. We're making amends. Like, I don't want to remember a life where I was an awful person. But if telling me will help you, lay it on me.
I need a project. I think I need something to keep me busy.
Okay.
I think I'm one of these people where it's dangerous for me to be bored.
Yeah.
And I think I want to rob the vault, and I think I want a shitload of money. And then I think I want to build a machine, and I'm going to build a door to my past, and I'm going to take the parts of it that I want and leave the rest behind. And that if that includes the version of you who's a piece of shit murderer, I have a hard time with resentment, Hal. I'm working on it. I appreciate you too. I certainly don't have anybody who has cared for me the way that you have.
I mean, obviously did in your last life.
I feel like really angry. I feel like angrier than maybe I should be feeling. You ever get that? You ever get like unnecessarily angry
No, I mean, I always have a reason to get angry, but I get angry at a lot of stuff all the time. So
It's like ever since that God touched my head and I met the All Hammer guy and he and I were hanging, was having a really good conversation. He's telling me all this shit about my past and he's blowing my mind and I'm having this like really spiritual experience. And then I get out and I come around and everybody's standing around talking. And then you like handed me a dagger and gave me a present and that was fine. And I got really mad at you and got in your face. And like ever since then, I've been like mad at the world and like I was already mad enough at you.
And so you're
I've
mad that I gave you a dagger?
No, I've been thinking up ways to like hurt you. Do you understand me?
Okay.
Like figuring out like in my head, hurting you, and fighting you, and figuring out complex ways to destroy you. Like it's my understanding you destroyed me and my family.
Okay.
How? You see?
Well, like I said, if that's what you need, have at it. I won't stop you.
I don't want to. I don't want to hurt anybody today. You know, the guy's hanging out with his wife over there. That's a beautiful thing. Guy gets to be with his wife again. That's a special thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
That's fair.
And what are you going to do, right? I'm going to tell you some information. I'm going to feel good. And maybe, you know, that's not healthy, right? Hurt you somehow.
If it's what you need to heal.
No, I don't want anything from you, Hal. I want to be even with you. I want to show you as much respect as I can, given how absolutely piss furious with you I can get very quickly. So let's even up, right? Let's even up. And I'll hand Hal the dagger back.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Do I not? Do I do want it? See whether or not I don't.
Maybe you don't want to
make the wisdom saving throw.
What's that? That's a character sheet thing?
Yeah. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Is that something that happens in D&D?
Oh my god, I got a critical.
It is the most painful thing you have ever done. It feels like that there are daggers in your brain and hooks being pulled out and like you have to do it and you hand the dagger over to Hal, and as it's pulled out of your hand, it's just like it's an addiction that's being ripped from you forcibly. And then you feel happy like you were when the Allhammer spoke to you. And you know that all this underlying anger that you've had, all this just distrust of everyone around you, most of the problem you've had with service personnel is all because of that dagger. And it's all just most. I mean, you still have that hatred of most service personnel.
That's been going on for a while.
Yeah, service industry still sucks, but you've really been bad recently. All that just goes away, and you feel cleansed almost at this point, just like you did after the Allhammer spoke to you.
Do I know it? So, as I am, receiving all this again and being calmed so quickly, do I know it was the dagger?
You can make that assumption. As soon as it came out of your hand, as soon as you chose to give it up and passed it along, you were wiped clean.
Okay. So I guess all I would suggest is that how he is detectably like having a holy shit moment, even with his eyes cut.
Are you okay? I'm like holding the dagger. You look like you're gonna have a heart attack. Hey, buddy, you okay?
Man. Hey, how's it going?
Going?
Man.
You okay?
Man, we said it's a good evening. It's a good evening out here. Oh, I feel like I just slept for 10 hours or like took a huge you-know-what, you know?
Okay.
Made bears out in the woods. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yep, I get it.
Making brownies.
I get it, Lamont.
I don't think you should touch that. I think that dagger might have been bringing me down, man.
I mean, it's a dagger.
Yeah, it is. God, that breeze feels good on my face. Oh my God. Doesn't that feel good? Got that air going. Stand over here.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like rain,
Oh.
which is always nice.
Oh, I love that, right? So my
Yeah.
two favorite smells is rain and then also like somebody burning like leaves in the yard, like in the evening, you know?
Like a campfire kind of thing.
Oh my God, I love that. That's how you know it's fall.
Yeah.
And that's a special thing.
The rain starts to lightly fall.
I stick
Oh,
the
that's
dagger in my
marvelous.
boot.
Oh, hold on.
The boot that has the wand of secrets, not the boot that has the broken fireball wand.
Probably wise, yes.
The one like takes his hood off and takes his goggles off and like does the Shawshank Redemption, just like hanging out in the rain for a while and just like enjoys it for a minute.
As he strikes a pose in the rain, looking like he's washing off the anger of 1,000 years. We'll call it there for now, as we've run a bit late again. But we just had to get some things out, and that was awesome there to end. We had the ceremony and then that and a little Benarvin. So what a way to end a session. We got there, we got it done, and yeah, you guys all kicked ass. So let's go around and talk to everyone and see what you guys thought about this evening's session. Let's start with the man of the hour who just disappeared off my screen, Mr. Lamont Quinlan. How you feeling?
I feel good. That was great. That was great, Becky. You rock. I love him. I love him so much. It was really fun. It was great to play with Don, and Lamont's on Planet X, so I had a lot of fun watching this creepy craziness that Don and Lindy were up to this whole time, and sort of being as mystified with it as Lamont is. This is great. I'm really grateful to get to do this and to play with Don. You should watch us play Seawall Orphanage. Not this Friday, but the next Friday, and the rest of the Fridays, because it's going to be amazing. But this Friday, we're going to play. I got to watch the Star Wars trilogy. I found my Star Wars despecialized editions on an old hard drive, pulling old WebDM footage, and I'm like, oh my God, I found my. So I get to watch the cool shit without the stupid. I get to watch the good Jabba song. Anyway, I'm going to have a Star Wars Renaissance this week, watch a bunch of Star Wars shit, and play Star Wars with Lindy on Friday, and I'm really excited. And I just really appreciate everybody for watching. I want everybody to stay safe and take care out there. And this has been great. Thank you for having me. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Excellent. And the second part of that amazing role play we had at the end of the session, Miss Howell, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm Nuggetosaurus. I play Howell the Shifter Fighter. Tomorrow on our Mr. Ravenlofts, I'll play Embara Vanastra, and we're gonna go hunt some, bicorns. So it should be fun. My favorite part was definitely that part at the end with Lamont and Howell, because I feel like it's been building for quite some time. There was another part that I really liked, but I can't remember it right now. I kind of got sidetracked at the end there. But yeah, I'm really excited to, get into this vault. So hopefully we'll get there soon.
Okay. All right. That's the plan. Let's check in with our guest from the evening, Mr. Nikolai Yates, who had a surprise encounter this evening with his wife.
Yeah. I had a great time. I always do. I was glad I got to come back for a little bit and keep going and sign my character's soul away. It was inevitable. It was always going to happen. I think Nikolai probably he does that thing, as he's walking away with Anna, where he's like, I don't have many years left. I don't have that long left. And I just want to make sure that all the time that I do have, we spend together. but I do think he would, before he splits off from the rest of the group again, to go enjoy his young wife. There's a large age difference now. I think he would probably go to Igor, and he'd probably just have a moment where he'd tell Igor, look out for your master there. Don't let anyone else sign that contract. It's not good. Do you understand what I'm saying, Igor?
Don't let people sign the papers.
I had to do what I had to do, but it's evil, Igor.
The papers are evil?
It's technically neutral.
Well, he doesn't.
Yeah.
If he were to fade out at that moment, Igor would be thinking to himself, "Wait, what part's evil? Igor, the papers, the actor signing the papers. What's evil?"
And I think he's going back to Ada, and like you just look over his shoulder. It's evil, Igor. It's evil, and then he goes back to his wife.
Now Igor's sitting there going.
But yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, thank you so much for having me the last couple of weeks. It's been a lot of fun. I needed a little bit more D&D in my life, and you're all great people. I love playing with you. So yeah, that's it. Travis mentioned Seawall. Friday nights, not this Friday, but most Friday nights on Encounter Roleplay now it's back at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an original horror game that I've been working on for a while. And it's a fun time. I really enjoy running it because it's designed so that things have to get more tense as the session goes on, and it always has to end on a huge cliffhanger. That's the only way that it can end. It always ends on a super bad note, which for me is a lot of fun. And we've been having a great time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. On Thursdays, I play my ongoing Game of Thrones campaign. Last week, I killed one of my very good friends' character in a very vicious way. So yeah, that's always fun. It's always brutal. And that's on Follow Black Cats. I play that with my friends from Modiphius, Charlie and Susie at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, but other than that, I'll be watching and tuning in when I can, and I'm sure Nikolai will come back again in the future. I'm excited to see what hijinks you get up to in the meantime. And I love the scene. I love the entire session. Like I love the whole cannibal sidetrack thing at the beginning and how Igor went all in on it. I love that. But I also really enjoyed the ending scene with Hal. I thought that was really, really cool. So that's all. Thank you all.
Excellent. No, it was great. It was great. We're always happy to have you. Nikolai is fun. And I was really excited to kind of expand his story a bit tonight. Get to have a little fun with that. But let's go over to Harlan Flipcloak. How are you doing tonight?
Yes, very good, very good. It's hard to pinpoint a spot in this episode. It was a good episode. Man, I'm plotting on how to defeat this Archmage. I have a plan.
I imagine Harlan and Wendell are just discussing this the whole time walk back. While they're having a deep, heartfelt conversation. We're like, right, so we raid the vault tonight, and then we leave town.
That is a possibility. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you, D20. And we'll go on to Igor. You had quite the night. Cannibal Hunter.
Oh, it was a great night. Sending it there at the end, though. Come on, Travis Lamont and Hal. They finally got some of that tension out. Got the heart that we've been waiting for forever. Now the rest of the group just needs to know about it, all right? Anyways, yeah, that was fun. Thanks for having me here. For the people watching Shiny Pilot 206 for Twitch and Twitter, if anything. But I'm here on the channel Mondays, Tuesdays with these wonderful people for Aliens 2. And I feel like I'm missing other plug-in stuff. I'm not too good at the plug-in stuff, so I'll let these guys do the plug-in stuff. But Don, thank you for coming in. Thank you for doing the crazy cannibalism thing with me. I don't know where it came from, but it was fun. So I had fun. Thanks. And thank you everybody for watching. So yeah, that was great, guys.
All right.
Comment
yes.
too for you, Dungeon Master. Cool description with the incarnation resurrection sequence. That pulled me in. I was like, ooh. Yeah. So that's cool. I like stuff like that. So it was cool.
Thanks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close out my part before I pass it on to Laugh Love Lindy. I'm Deception Check. I run this madhouse every Monday. I get to play in a madhouse every Tuesday on Mists of Ravenloft. We're hunting bicorns, which is a whole story for its own time. Also play Hank Granger when we get the chance to play Aliens, which is a great show. A lot of fun to play in. Also, congratulations, Don. You have now joined our end of Tuesdays campaign. When it happens, every person that signs that contract will end up being an ultimate boss in a campaign where all the contract signers will come back and be fighting with the benefactor to take over the world. And so now Nikolai Yates is forever immortalized with that organization. So that'll be fun. I can't wait. I actually wrote down one point tonight that was really, actually two notes that I thought was really, one note that was probably the best. It was Harlan speaking to Lamont. He started talking about portals and he goes, "Oh, this story has a point." And that line just got me. I mean, as much as everything else was good tonight, that simple line out of nowhere, I had to write it down because it was just quintessential Harlan and it was just beautiful. So we'll pass it over to Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hassan Pfeffer IV of the Havisham Hassan Pfeffers.
Thank you. That is I. You know, every time Wendell's like, this is a great day, things are just going my way, something comes to rain on his parade, and I think that's just the story of his life. So, everything was, coming up to, roses, and then, oh shit, Narvin. So, it's fine. I'm sure we'll make our way out of this. There will be many. I think it's going to be a sleepless night for a lot of this group in general. But Nikolai got his Anna back! So, yay! For a very, very, very low cost of, participation in eventual world domination, which, you want to be on the winning side of anyway, so, you're really just winning all around. But, favorite moments, the ritual was super cool. The whole just, Lamont saying, we haven't been talking haven't we been talking in euphemisms for the past 10 minutes? That was pretty cool. And then just so many good little moments just smattered throughout. Everyone going, let's get ice cream, and just planning on leaving it again. Just the little things. It's the little things. But that was fantastic. You can catch us tomorrow night for Mr. Ravenloft. It's spooky. There's absolutely no mist involved in tomorrow night, just a bicorn hunt. Nothing extraordinary or Ravenloft-esque. And then you can find us once a month on Fridays for Aliens, and then you'll find us near the end of April, probably the 18th or the 25th, for our Teenagers from Outer Space once a month camp, which is awesome, and we'll be having Jay from Tal'Dorei Games join us again next month, so that'll be super duper fun. Check it out. Thank you all so much for watching our shenanigans. My face hurts from smiling and cringing so much, and thank you again, Dawn, for guesting. But we will see you guys next week. I hope you all have a lovely night.